morning. Welcome to wet Winnipeg. Yeah, it's been raining all morning. Well, I can't say all morning because the morning just kind of started. Yeah. The walkers came by about 45 minutes ago, thereabouts, and they were sporting umbrellas. Yeah. Actually, I think they got new umbrellas. The kind you can see through. Well, I'm sure I'm going to dub it overhead here, so you're going to see what they're doing, what they've got. All right, now this is probably going to be a good day to work on the model today, and also on my light bar. I didn't get very far on it. All I did was I went down to the workshop and I got a 8-foot long piece of wood, and to put the fixtures on. And that's as far as I got. So our kitchen is still poorly illuminated. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can still find my way in there. Maybe it'd be better if I couldn't find my way into the fridge, right? All right. Today, we're going to try and continue on with step 32 here. And yeah, maybe we should take a look at the where we touched up there. Somebody made the suggestion that what he does is when he has bleed out under his tape, he takes a sharp hobby knife and just sort of picks off the, you'd have to have the skill and dexterity of some sort of a surgeon to be able to do that, though, because I would think that you would accidentally go down, in other words, you pick off the paint that's on top of the paint that it's not supposed to be on top of. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could do that, in other words. Yeah, but it's a thought. Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe the two different type of paints it would pick off. Or maybe the idea is, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe you're supposed to do it while the paint is still a little bit wet or a little bit damp. And then there'd be, and the older paint would be more cured and a harder base, if you know what I mean. Oh my goodness, do I have to reshoot this? This is terrible. Let's get on here this morning. No news. The weather is the news. Let's just recompose here and try and get our thoughts together, because they sure ain't together now. Okay. This is where we touched up yesterday. And a little bit right there. And what we're going to do in just a few minutes is glue this in place right here. However, I was noticing that we've got this spot right here that I didn't bother to cover up, and I thought that might be a good place to test that theory about being able to scrape. And I think maybe what we'll do is we'll stick our macro lens on here, and I'll pinpoint focus right on that spot, and we'll just see if I can carefully scrape down to remove the brown but leave the gray. Personally, I'm going to predict I'm going to accidentally go through it. I don't think that these two paints are going to separate. I think that the brown has blended into the very porous and flat gray. Now that's what I think is going to happen. But I could be wrong because I've never tried it. So let's try it. Okay, we are zoomed in here. Pretty much as close as we can get. And I've got this thing in the center of rotation here. So I should be able to rotate it around and get it at the right angle for me, and you still be able to see what's going on. Now I was just thinking that maybe this blade is going to be just a little bit too pointy, and it's going to chip off the paint and go down through into the gray. And I was thinking that maybe what I should try to do here is use the photo etch cutter here and just sort of scrape. Let's just gently, don't press too hard now. I think what's happened is it looks like it's working, but I think what's happening is that I'm going right down into the plastic. I wonder if I was to go in the other direction. Yeah, well, I'm removing both layers of paint as near as I can tell here. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I thought would happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're looking at the plastic. Okay, but it kind of works if I don't know. For me, I think painting over top is probably the best. Yeah, I just don't have the dexterity, I guess, necessary to do this sort of thing. Okay, it was kind of fun, wasn't it? Now, I do not want to be gluing this on the wrong way because it can be glued on the wrong way. And we're just going to fit it in place like that. Make sure it's all the way down. Now, I can either apply the glue from this side, which is actually the bottom. The overhead bulkhead is going to go like this, okay, something like that. And so I think what we'll do is we'll apply the glue from the bottom, and that way we're not going to have it bleed into the paint quite as bad. See, can you still see that? Maybe I should drop the camera down a little lower. Okay, I think that's going to show up better. Now I'm going to have to twist it out of your field of view just a little bit here. We'll make sure it's squared up later. The thing is to get the glue in here now, so it wicks its way along the bottom so that the parts sort of all meld together. And I think it's going to be right there in the same place on the other side. Okay, let's see if we can get this to push down now. Okay, now let's see how this is. Yeah, you can see it's come through there. Could maybe put a little bit more. I just had a thought. I wonder if maybe what's happening is these tabs are bottoming out in the part there. No, I think it's melded pretty good all the way along. All right, now we're going to take one of Tennessee Jim's mini squares here. Got a comment from a viewer. He asked me about these squares. He says, what are they called? because he wanted to buy it on the internet, but he didn't know what it was called. Well, it's a machinist square. You can get them on Amazon pretty cheap. Another viewer was saying he uses Lego blocks as squares. Yeah, well, a Lego block is pretty square, isn't it? Okay, I think we basically got it here. Let's just. Oh, I just realized it could be that the glue is going to run along my square. No, it didn't this time. Let's just sort of. Let's just leave that there just for a few minutes. I think we've got it down and seated about as good as it's going to get. And I think I probably rotated this almost as much as I've rotated my pizza. Okay, I think it's probably safe to remove our square here now. But I want to keep in mind that this glue is still going to be a little bit soft. You know, I should have put some glue right here on the corners, thinking about it now. That would help, you know, brace it, because you can see there is sort of a, yeah, well, maybe I'll just do that here yet. No, can I zoom you in a bit? Is that better? Okay, that'll help. Then, believe it or not, that will actually meld. Okay, now what we're going to want to do here is put the bunks in place and make sure that there is no debris on the bottom of the tab that is going to prevent it. Well, I got to be careful not to bump this here. It is fairly strong, but still, maybe I should turn it like this. Okay, now we're going to do the same sort of thing again. And where should I apply the glue from? I think maybe we'll apply it from the bottom, because we won't actually be seeing underneath there. At least I hope we aren't, because I didn't paint it. Okay, so we're going to do it the same way again. Should I get some more light going on here? See what happens. Yeah, that's better. Okay, better get my other glasses too. Okay, and that's better as well. This is not going down. Why is this not going down? There we go. Okay. We're just going to do the same thing again. Okay, let's wiggle that into place here. All right, now are we square? But is it going to stay there? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, we'll let that dry a bit. Look who's at the door. Okay, let's see if we can get this right this time. Easy. Here. No, she shook her head no. Come on, here. No, she likes the other one better. Okay. All right, give a piece here. There you go. There. Okay. Thank you, Lorraine.
You're welcome.
Well, it took a little coaxing. And she ate most of it. Okay, what I've got is clean water in a clean container, and I've got two pieces of, you might call it, I was going to say pristine wood. In other words, there's no paint or varnish or anything like that on it. So the chances of any of the water wicking into the, well, I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, now the idea is, let's see, I know that this is going to get real soggy real fast, but my thinking is that it's possible that Missy does not like the milk bone because it's too it's too hard. And whereas I'm thinking now I know this is getting all wet on the top, but that's okay. We'll just put this in here, and we'll just leave them for a while. See if I can get this closer together. I might have too much water in there. My hand is just a little bit. Remember that game show where you could put your hand in and as much money as you could grab hold of and pull out you could keep? Can't remember what that game show was called. Oh man, that goes by a long time ago. And okay, here, this might work. Okay, so we'll put it across there like that, and like this. It looks like we're only going to have room for 3 of them. I think that the water and moisture will slowly absorb into this. Oh, this is falling off on me. Don't fall in the water. Please don't fall in the water. I need a pair of, maybe Tony's tweezers would work. Or maybe not. Oh, sorry, Missy. Okay, let's get it out of there. Like that. And we'll just put this like this. Okay, now it's stuck. Okay. Okay, now put the lid on nice and tight. we'll leave it until tomorrow. And I would think that some of the moisture would absorb into this, and we'll see if they seem less brittle. And okay, another experiment that's probably not going to work. But yeah, I'm sure you get the idea. Okay, I was going to remove this off of our rotating block here. And then I thought, no, I think I'll leave it on. Because we have to mount this piece here, the Q29, and it goes something like this. Now, that doesn't want to line up. This is actually the first time I'm trying it. Okay, let's get that off of there. I'll move in a little closer when we actually get to the place where I'm going to flub it up. Now, if I look at the drawing real close, it looks like there's a little, like a little ledge or bracket or something for this to fasten onto, but there's absolutely nothing there. Now, I suppose what might have happened is that I might have thought it was a piece of sprue, and I nipped it off and sanded it down, and now of course it's completely gone. But it seemed, well, it works if I lay it like that. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's almost a perfect fit from the bottom. I'll move in so that you can see what's going on. You know what? I think I'll just put everything right back onto the rotator here. And that way I don't need to worry about it getting out of focus on me. Let's do a bit of a dry run here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of Tamiya thick on the bottom there, not the extra thin. I want to use the thick so that it doesn't wick its way out. Then I want to try and lay this in the right place. But am I going to be able, it looks like I'm going to have a problem, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm not squeezing the tweezer together hard enough. That's the problem. We've had this conversation before. Okay, I think I can do it. Yeah, I think I can do it like this maybe. Very carefully. Let's just give it a whirl here. Okay. Ooh, I almost let go of it. I'm gonna have to get another grasp. You know, I think I'm holding onto something tightly, and I'm not. Now, mind you, look at the way I'm holding it, like it was some kind of a cigarette or something. Maybe if I was a smoker, I'd be able to hang on to it better. Okay. Now that should be enough. Now, can we let it down in the right place? I think the bottom should go slightly towards you. That was not smart. Maybe if I turn it like this, then I can get a different kind of leverage going on here. See, I think the top is supposed to be right in between these two cubbies, right? Makes sense to me. You know, I'm probably going to have to repaint this because it's starting to get messy. How does that look? Let me look on the monitor. I think maybe I'll just leave it. Okay, then after this dries a little bit, then maybe I could use some extra thin just underneath here. I'm probably going to have to repaint. I had meant to have this end here on the bottom because this is the end where we had grabbed onto it with a self-locking tweezer. And okay, well, that's it is what it is. it is what it is. Okay. Now I'm thinking if I apply the glue right at the bottom here and let it wick its way up, rather than trying to apply the glue from the side, I might have better luck. And what I'm doing is I've got the extra thin here. There. I saw it go. Okay. I don't think I need to do any at the top, so why am I? Probably because the extra thin has such good melding properties, and the Tamiya thick is a different type of glue. Okay, I think we did pretty good there. Yeah, when that dries and shrinks a little bit, we're not going to see it, and I don't think I'm going to have to repaint. Yeah, I probably won't have to repaint. Just have to be careful now I don't break it off. Okay, we are almost done step 32, as near as I can tell. Okay, we got all of this done. We got this done. The only thing left to do is glue a ladder onto the Q14. Now this is the Q14 here, and it has to have. Hey, this is not painted. When I was painting all these pieces, I just noticed that right now. Okay, well that's the end of that. All right. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll just quickly paint this, and sometime in the next 24 hours. I'm going to call her quits here. A moment ago, it looked like the sun was trying to come out, and I noticed that my car is drying off, and I did see on the weather channel that they were saying that there's going to be a window of opportunity, you might call it. In other words, around 5 o'clock, there is 0% chance of precipitation. Now, I don't know how they can know that, but anyway, maybe they're right. And so I might be able to get out this evening for a real quick ride just around the block. That'd be all right. Anyway, yeah, the streets have to be completely dry. I do not want to be running around on a 520-pound motorcycle when the streets are, slippery. The e-bike, I don't care so much. I'll take a chance with that, but not the motorcycle. So the streets have to be perfect before I go out on the motorcycle. Now, I know I did, about a month ago, I got caught in the rain, and I had to ride in the rain. But I didn't like it. Anyhow. Yeah, and today is Friday, so I got a coffee visitor coming, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I gotta kind of wind her up pretty quick anyway, so I think maybe this is a good place. I genuinely, honestly did not notice until right now that I had not painted this. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.